Brad. And I wanted to say how excited I am to see this room. What a wonderful, wonderful room. And I want to thank BisNow for being here. Thank you so much. And for saying this is your favorite event. So, and that being in Prince George's County has brought about a certain amount of energy. I have to say that I felt that energy as I had a chance to meet a few of you before this started. We're really excited to have you. I am the 8th County Executive of Prince George's County, but I have to tell you, even more importantly, I am a lifelong resident of Prince George's County, and so I am so very, very proud of the work that we've been able to do here. I grew up in Prince George's County. My parents still live in Camp Springs, where I was raised. I've lived all around the county, starting in Suitland, Maryland. I've lived also in Camp Springs, Bowie, and now live in Upper Marlboro, where I am raising a 14-year-old daughter, so pray for me. This is a difficult and challenging time for those who have done this task. But I had the opportunity to do something that was fairly dangerous, especially here at the University of Maryland, and that's to admit that I graduated from Duke University. You know, this is a tough thing to admit, but I did so, and I redeemed myself when I graduated from the University of Maryland Law School. After doing that, I was hired 22 years ago as a prosecutor in the state's attorney's office and served as the first ever full-time domestic violence prosecutor to work in the office. Had the opportunity to work in the government as an education liaison and to work alongside the school system, to be the executive director of the county's revenue authority, which is doing amazing work now. Peter Shapiro is here today, and to be elected in 2010. Then as the elected prosecutor for Prince George's County, where we had tremendous success. It's part of the story of the county. It's over the 8 years that I had the pleasure to serve with Chief Stawinski and McGraw and this administration. We cut violent crime in Prince George's County by 50%. We're very proud of that. But that so what I now regard as the greatest opportunity of my life, and that is to now work as county executive, where we're able to focus on some of the areas, quite honestly, that we saw in the courthouse to improve the state of education in our county. We are just laser focused on it, investing in it, investing in teachers' salaries, investing in universal pre-K for our children. I heard several of you talking about the innovative plan we have now, the P3, to build 18 schools in the next 7 years, which is going to be phenomenal for us. Beautification and many other areas that are of interest to you, including making sure that our government is nimble and ready for business. I saw Jonathan Butler. I want to thank David Iannucci and Tom and some of the others who have really worked with us to make sure that we can improve technology in the county in such a way that permitting now is more seamless. We're working to make sure that we're also streamlining all the processes that will save you money as you invest in our county. So our vision for economic development is robust, and we're excited, and I'm just really, really glad to be here.
So sorry, I know a lot of folks don't use this word to describe this company, but I think I can use it. It's Amazon in West Philly. What happened?
Well, you know, there was a business decision that was made there. It was a difficult location in Westphalia. And what essentially happened is, following opposition by the community that lived there and an appeal that was noted, the company decided that it just didn't fit within the timelines. It was a very tight timeline that was at play, and it just did not work with the company's timeline. Add to that, again, it was a difficult location. There were very complex issues involved there, and having a fulfillment center right in the middle of a residential area just turned out not to be the best location. We are still very interested in having that company here, Amazon, in the county. We continue to have conversations with them. We're very excited about seeking out other locations where they might be able to have their products. We believe that Prince George's County is a great place to do business, and we're open to continue to seek out other locations for their products.
That sounds good. So, look around the room, there's a lot of familiar faces, people who've done business in the county before. For those who hadn't done business in the county yet, what would you say? What is the reason why they should come to invest?
Oh my gosh, you know what? What I'd say to you is get in now. That's really, and that's not exaggeration, it's that the county is right now, I think this is the best position we've seen in a very long time. It is investment rich. You just look at areas, for example, like Largo, where we're excited about the new regional medical facility that is coming, and Carolina, art by RPAI. If you think about New Carrollton, we just can't get over how New Carrollton is really bursting at the seams now with Urban Atlantic, and Kaiser having decided to put its headquarters there. And then the news continued to get better when Ramada said, we want in as well. We're going to bring our headquarters there. So we're now looking at about $1 billion worth of development right there in New Carrollton. It just happens to be one of the most multimodal transportation centers in the state. It is a fabulous place. You add to that, you look at Suitland. I was talking to a few folks ahead of time here about Suitland, Maryland. Suitland is another place that took many, many years to come to fruition, but so much opportunity there right next to the Census Bureau, but it is developing at a wonderful rate. And so we have all of these opportunities, and add to that, and this is something that most people don't recognize, is that Prince George's County is in the top 4% wealthiest counties in the country. Now, when we say that, most people believe that we're saying the top 4% for African American counties. That is not it. Top 4% wealthiest counties in the country. And what this means is that the people who live here are able, they have purchasing power, and they want to use it, and we're able to support your businesses, and that the return on your investment is strong here. So we have the people who are able to support the businesses, and as you've heard, we're also working in many areas, including the education system here, where we're seeing great progress. We have a new school CEO, Dr. Monica Gold, and we understand the connection between business and education. And we're making all the right investments to make sure that we continue to grow that system, as well as to work in many of the areas that we know you're concerned about. We've heard it all before about the streamlining the making sure that the entitlement process has certain certainty, a certain amount of certainty at the front end for you, that the permitting process is professional and seamless. And again, the technology that we've invested in, $5 million just in this last budget cycle, to make sure that we have the kind of technology that would make it easier to do business in the county. And in the government, you may say I'm a little biased, but this is an amazing team we have in place. Our agency directors and the leadership in the government, they just get it. Professionals who are seasoned and experienced and nimble, understand that we have to have a government that is nimble and that is responsive to business and responsive to our citizens. So this, I say, get in now while you still can. It's a wonderful, wonderful time.
Is it fair to say, it's kind of a leading question, but is it fair to say some of the existing businesses who come into the county who've made that investment, that they've been rewarded by having made that investment?
Oh my gosh, have they? If you just think, for example, just think of a few. I can think of the Wegmans, which is now number 5 in terms of production. It's the top 5 producing store in the country, number 1 for prepared foods. Copper Canyon, top performing in the country. You think about a place like even Busboys and Poets. Don't tell her, my really good friend over in the district, but the Busboys and Poets in Prince George's County is outperforming the one in the District of Columbia. So everything that comes here does exceptionally well. Again, this is a place where most of our residents, unfortunately, have gone to DC and Virginia. They have spending power, and they have had to, unfortunately, go into the district in Virginia, and some of them in other parts of the state, and they want to spend their money here at home.
You mentioned some of the things your administration is doing to make the county an even better place to invest. You want to elaborate on that, maybe about incentives? I know you talked about permitting and entitlements, but what are some of the things you're rolling out there that might be attractive to some of those?
So we're working with our partners. I saw Council Member Daniel Blaros, who is here, want to acknowledge her, and we're working with the County Council to work on an incentive toolbox. What we understand, and we regard this as a good problem to have, but we are situated in a very competitive region. 10 of the 25 wealthiest counties in the country are right here, and they are our competitors. And so we recognize that this is a competitive market, which means that we have to have those tools and incentives in our toolbox where necessary to make sure that we're able to make the deals that we want to have happen. I can think of a really good example, RPAI. We're so excited about that project that is coming over to Largo. It's called the Carolina, and we are now preparing to send down an incentive package to the County Council for its consideration, because it is the right project, it is in the right location. We're interested in seeing it happen, and we're going to make the right investment to make sure that it does. But we're in the process of looking into those incentives and creating more of them so that we are able to continue to compete in this area. Again, we talked about some of the other things we're doing in terms of streamlining our processes. But these are some of the things that we have to look at to make sure we continue to attract the business.
What are some of the places in the county that, I know the county, and I live here too, and I work in economic development, so I'm a little bit biased, I know there's a lot of opportunity for the county, but what are some of the areas that your administration is focused on?
Well, some of the areas include some of the inner-beltway areas. We are looking, for example, one of some of the priorities, we talked about some of our economic development priorities. It would include quality dining. It would also include entertainment, and we have 240 shopping centers that we conducted a study through the Economic Development Corporation and determined that there are 47 that are ripe for redevelopment. It just happens that 27 of those are in the inner-beltway area. These are areas that we encourage to take a look at. And we, again, have the opportunity to make some investment along, to offer some incentives in some of those areas. And so in those areas. But again, Largo, again, mentioning those areas. Right here still in College Park, I know you all are amazed. You have to be amazed for those who were here 6 years ago. This is incredible what has happened along Route 1. We're looking also at, again, New Carrollton, but those are some of the areas.
And what about TOD, Transit Development? Where does that fit into the picture?
Well, you know what, 15 metro stations is a huge asset for the county. Transit-oriented development is on fire right now. Again, Suitland, Maryland, for example, that center. If we think about Bisuto and some of the development that's happening, the Suitland area, Largo, New Carrollton, these are some of the projects that we have. We have eight other sites that are currently ready. So those metro stations, the 15 metro stations, we still have some opportunity there, but they won't be there forever. And so those are also another opportunity that we think we should look at.
So you mentioned Route 1. It was about 6 years ago. I was probably about 30 pounds lighter, maybe slightly less great. But I was on a panel about Route 1, and it was about the promise of Route 1. So where is Route 1 now? What have you seen happen? What has been key to the success of Route 1? What do you see next for Route 1?
Well, you know what, there's a concept in the law, and it is called res ipsa loquitur. And what it says is the act speaks for itself. And this hotel, for example, is just, one of the things we point to. And it is really attributable to the partnerships that we were able to develop at the university. We want to thank Dr. Lowe, who really did contribute quite a lot to it. David Hillman was able to see this come to fruition, and Suzanne. But this hotel and all of the development along Route 1 that just continues to grow, the Bisuto project that I was talking about is actually what I was thinking about is opportunity zone funding that was available for the Bisuto project here. So Route 1 it's been just one example, but you know what? There are others that are happening just like it across the county.
And as you mentioned, University of Maryland. For the record, this is my good friend, the Duke thing. We don't see I'm a proud Terrapin. I love the shout out to the football team. So what is it like? What has been the relationship like? I mean, the Baker administration did a lot of working with the University of Maryland for economic development and for business on campus. What's your perspective on continuing that work with the University of Maryland, maybe expanding it? And how have they been as a partner?
University of Maryland has been an amazing partner. I just go back to my days even as a prosecutor, where again Dr. Lowe has done the courageous thing where he actually stepped off campus and really came out to the community to make sure that this area was successful. For example, they're doing implicit bias training for all of our police officers, offered also some technology that we could use in the courtroom to help us to be successful in our cases. And so they actually contributed to the decline in crime that we saw. The university also has been just magnificent in terms of working with us on economic development. And so we're looking forward to continue to work with them. I had the opportunity just a few months ago to come to the university and to meet with the deans of all of the various colleges, from public policy to economic development, and they will be working with our school system to help us to continue to invest in our students and to build a workforce that we know you're looking for. But the university has been an amazing partner. It is a true asset. We brag about the fact that you all joke about the Blue Devils, but don't forget I graduated from the University of Maryland Law School, right? This is what I keep telling you all. And so they have been, we're really proud to have them. Others around the state would love to have this flagship university right in this county. It just happens that it's right here in Prince George's County where we have still incubators, businesses that are developing all along right here at the University of Maryland, and we want to be able to keep them here.
Some might say that I might be just jealous because I couldn't have gotten into it. That's actually true. There's maybe a little bit of that as well. So if fast forward.
It's tough to get into the University of Maryland College Park, let me just say that as well.
It is now. Thank you to whomever tightened those standards, because my degrees were a lot more. I really appreciate it. So we were talking about 6 years ago, we had a panel about the future of Route 1. Where do you think, if we're 6 years from now, where do you think you might be, and what are the areas where you will be having talked about what had happened over the previous 6 years, and what is the next report in the county?
So, again, some of those areas that I keep going back and mentioning, I think we'll be going back, especially Largo. We'll be talking about Largo, I think, in a very similar way. The downtown Largo concept is real. It is not just the hospital and all of the medical facilities, the buildings that will be there, but I think that Caroline will completely change the complexion of that whole area in Largo, situated right next to the metro station. Many more opportunities will be coming to that area. As we mentioned again, I keep going back to Carolyn, I think we'll be talking about that in much the same way. I think we'll have some opportunities even in the southern part of the county to talk about, especially with some of the infrastructure and transportation investments that we expect to happen down in that area. I believe there's an opportunity to see a lot of progress and to really see some real renaissance changes happening in those areas as well. So it is going to be, I think, in various parts of the county, but we're beginning to already see it happening.
So I know Ryland, I live down Route 1 corridor. I walk down my street and I go down my street and I can point out, my wife and I, all the people who moved into our neighborhood from DC. So what are you saying as far as the county relative to the region? I see it as a place for folks from DC coming into because of all the assets. Is that?
Of course they are. You know what? I have met families. I was really pleased to meet a gentleman right here in this area who said that he and his family moved from Adams Morgan into Prince George's County areas like Riverdale, Hyattsville, Mount Rainier, even District Heights, Capitol Heights. Some of those areas are also seeing families move in from other places because the property here is still a good value, and people want to come here. And so we're seeing that families are moving here. Again, it does not hurt that we are going to build 18 schools in the next 7 years. We believe that will allow us to attract and retain some of those families who will be coming back into Prince George's County. And I'm hearing, believe it or not, from folks from Virginia and other places who like what they're seeing here in Prince George's County, and they're coming back home. I had a chance to speak with someone right before this started, and I tell you, this was music to my ears. He said he's developing some multi-family dwellings here, and said, you know what, that the word regarding the ease of doing business in the county is really changing, and that people really want to come here. So it is good. The news is good news. The families are coming, and again, we're just really grateful to all who have come here. There are many in this room. They've already invested in Prince George's County. I had a chance to speak with some of you all as well. We're really grateful for your business, and we encourage others to give us a look and to invest in Prince George's. We think you'll be really pleased with the result.
Brad, we had a couple of questions I'd love to just throw from the audience, if that's okay. The first question is, what are some programs for startup businesses for the county, and how does Prince George's County plan to get and keep startup businesses in the county?
So Jonathan Butler is here from the Office of Central Services, and he's done just a wonderful job of putting together a number of opportunities to come and not only talk about the process of competing for business, but the other thing we're doing is making sure that through technology we're able to better advertise some of those opportunities that are coming so that you can forecast and prepare bids and such. And so we're working through the Office of Central Services for startup businesses to actually give information about how to prepare to bid for those, which opportunities are coming, and that's some of what we've been doing.
Final question, because we got a tight timeline today, but this is from the BisNow staff. It's our first time meeting you. We're really happy to. Where do you draw your inspiration from?
Well, you know what, I have to say, if I talk about it, this is spiritual inspiration. I am inspired by my faith. My grandmother and my family members always taught me that you leave every space you occupy better than you found it. That's a part of what we owe. And so I have to tell you, I am so I cannot express how grateful I am to have had the opportunity. You can imagine how exciting it is to be able to serve in a place where you grew up, that raised you. Then you feel a real debt to make sure that you leave it better than you found it. And I have to tell you, the one secret is I'm having more fun than I deserve at all of this. But I am just inspired by the example my family set, and again, it is a spiritual example that says, you know, to whom much is given, much is required. I owe quite a lot, and I'm just grateful every day that I have the chance to do this for people that I love and care about. Prince George's are just amazing. I'll leave you with this last thing. You heard it here first. This is the crown jewel of Maryland, right here in Prince George's County. These are amazing people, amazing communities, and I'm just honored to be able to work with them.
If I could ask one our time is up. I just want to ask one last question, and that was the state's attorney who believed in justice. Is it fair to ask the Washington Redskins to try to play the Dallas Cowboys America's team? I mean, that doesn't even seem fair to me. Do you guys have any chance?
Well, I told you I'm a faithful person, right? I keep faith. It has been tough, but we're hanging in there, and it is fair. You know what? Better times are coming. I will be there Sunday, and I'll be rooting until the last second of that game. Even though my good friends here, we already know, you know, kind of that all of us are not together on this thing. But I told you I'm a woman of faith, and so I'm still believing that the Washington Redskins will pull it off on Sunday.
County Executive, I hope very much to have you at future BisNow events. We're going to hold this event forever, and you always have you always have a microphone waiting here to communicate to a business audience.
Thank you so much again for having me, and thank you, everybody.
We're waiting for you.